Hello Internet, today we're going to be attempting to fix this Nvidia's very own 2080 Founders Edition. Customer stated artifacts, so let's plug it in and see if that's true. Normally I wouldn't go straight into the boot, but the customer provided screenshots, so I suppose I can trust that the card boots at the very least. As you can already see, test does not look very healthy and as a result, it fails. So let's open up the report and see what's going on. And it looks like it's complaining about one memory bank labeled B0. That's good enough for me, so let's take this thing apart and see if it has anything interesting inside. So far so good. I like these pads here. They seem to go over the core, memory, VRAM, and even every little IC on the board. That's very impressive. One word of criticism is that this is a closed design that will contribute to higher temperatures by trapping the heat. So while pads placed everywhere is a good thing, the enclosure of the entire card is a very bad idea. Unfortunately, I don't have a proper tool to open these hex screws, so I'll be using my own made tool that will do the job for now. I will later do something with it to make it look more professional, but for now it is what it is, and it gets the job done, so why not? Few more screws at the front, and we're ready to slowly pry this thing open. Okay, so which memory went bad? Starting from the arrow on the GPU, we point the opposite corner and we count A1, A0, B1, B0. These chips here are covered with some kind of nasty fabric pads. Those are gonna have to be thrown away, and this is the chip that we need to replace. Let's take a close look at this chip so we can identify it. This is Micron D9WCW GDDR6 memory, and its production date is 2018, 30th week. This is bad news because chips manufactured before 50th week of 2018 are known to fail in such a way that when you run the test will actually pass, but the card might show artifacts, giving an experienced repair person false positive diagnosis for a dead core. Basically, that means if your Micron memory starts with 8, sooner or later you're going to get in a lot of trouble replacing every chip. Otherwise they're going to die one after another, and there's nothing you can do. But since we're lucky enough to see the error on a specific chip, let's replace it and see if it makes the card feel any better. And to make the owner feel a little bit better about the situation, I'll be using a chip made in 2019. Once chip was replaced and I ran the memory test again, and to my surprise, it failed. The good news is that the error is now different, suggesting that this may be a faulty chip. If the error was the same, it would indicate a bigger problem. Once I removed this chip, using my cheat sheet I tested data pins both on the board and on the chip, and I confirmed that the chip was bad. Okay, I guess they sold me a bad chip. I didn't know it at the time, and when the time came to actually use this chip, it was already too late to file for a refund. So if you give me a like for this video, it'll definitely compensate the loss. After getting everything clean and beautiful, I tried to reuse as many pads as I could, but in some areas Nvidia used paste, so that had to be scraped and replaced with pads. With everything assembled, the moment of truth has come and I power on the card. All seemed well. Farmark, Valley and superposition all ran very smooth, no problems. However, the temperatures were a little too high for my taste, so I decided to take the card apart and see if I could improve it using better pads. Followed by running a Farmark for a few more minutes, proved that I wasted a good amount of thermal pads and paste. The only way I was able to get much lower temperatures is by using an afterburner, and I think it's a reasonable fix for this card. I think Nvidia didn't really care about the temperatures as much as other vendors. The sooner it breaks, the better, right? With that said, my personal opinion about this style of Founders Edition card is rather negative, and I'm not even taking the bad memory into account. That affects everyone. And it's all Micron's fault. They should have done a recall and replaced all these bad chips for free. And this is it for you today. I hope you learned something. So please don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in my later videos. Goodbye.